We pride ourselves on being a nation of animal lovers, don't we? But are we killing our pets with kindness?
A research released today shows that nearly a quarter of Britain's cats are overweight. We're joined now by vet Joe Inglis. Joe, why are our pets getting fatter?
Well, it's a trend that's been going on for quite some time. I mean, the study shows that since 2006, our pets have got 10% bigger, and they're already getting bigger. So it's been something that's going on for a while. And I think there are lots of reasons, but it really comes down to diet, the availability of high-calorie foods, and a lack of exercise. I mean, our pets tend to mirror ourselves in, we're getting bigger, we're doing less exercise, we're eating more. And our pets tend to mirror that because they're very much involved in our lifestyles. And I think there's also a trend to treating our pets more as one of the family. They tend to be seen as surrogate children in a lot of cases. And people have those emotional bonds with the pets, which then leads to sort of treating and giving extra bits of food and tidbits. So it's a kind of, there's lots of factors, but the end result is cats and dogs that are getting a lot bigger.
So what do you do if you have a fat cat?
Well, it's very tricky, and I'm in the position of being a vet, trying to recommend what people do. And at home I've got two rather podgy cats.
Have you?
So I can understand the problems, because you get these cats and they quite quickly realise that if they want more food, then they wind around your legs and they meow, and they make it quite hard for you to ignore them. And it is hard to cope with that at times. And you have to have strategies in place. And you have to remember also that animals, really, they do what works. So when an animal or a dog or a cat is looking up at you with those big eyes and going, oh, please give me some more food, we tend to sort of give them the emotions that we think perhaps a child would have. They're desperate for food. But really what they're doing is they've realised that if they look up at you with the big eyes, they get food. So it's really quite a simple transaction.
They're cunning little things, aren't
they learn very much. So you have to try and put strategies into place. So when they do that, they don't get rewarded with food. So they maybe get a treat or a game, or some attention instead. And other things you can do are try to make them work for their food. So there's some great toys you can get.
They won't do the ironing though, will they? That's the point.
Well, I've been trying with my cats, and it's unfortunately not. But you can get these great toys which sort of spill their food out. So we have these very high-calorie concentrated dry foods nowadays. Which, if you just leave them there, the cats will just gorge on them and tend to get overweight. But if you put them in one of these toys that rolls about, makes them work for their food a bit more, that can help.
Good stuff, Joe. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Appreciate it.